Over the last 20 years, Southwest Florida has been battered and bruised by hurricanes. Charlie in 2004, a Cat 4 storm, and Wilma in 2005 with winds of more than 180 miles an hour.
It probably has been the most devastating hurricane season that the country has experienced in modern times.
The deadly storms kept coming. 12 years later, Hurricane Irma hit near Marco Island, wreaking havoc up our coastline. And then the mother of them all. Hurricane Ian, a slow-moving, massive storm, caused $100 billion in damages, destroying much of Fort Myers Beach and Sanibel.
Look around. You got to see it.
But we did not back down. And out of the ashes, people began to rebuild. Starting with the Sanibel Causeway, our barrier islands continued the road to recovery.
If I look at us 2 years later, I also see that we've got a long way to go. And I think you can see that as you drive along our beaches. You can see that.
I sat down with Sanibel Councilwoman Holly Smith last week at the newly opened Lighthouse Cafe.
We've probably got, when you look at a 4 to 5 year recovery, the goalpost kind of keeps moving.
Smith is optimistic about the recovery process, but says it's hard for business owners when most of the island's resorts are still closed.
Because for some people, like we're here at the Lighthouse Cafe, and they're struggling a little. They want more people to come out to the island. So you're trying to come up with new ways to get people to come here.
Dan Billheimer opened his popular restaurant, the Lighthouse Cafe, in a new and bigger space on Periwinkle. He's grateful council is adjusting to new norms and changing some rules in order to help business owners rebuild.
What do I need most right now? Heads and beds. I need captured tourism, I think, would be the biggest help. Not just for me, but I think for all businesses similar to me. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 1,200 captured tourists pre-Ian that could stay on island. And just the capacity that we're at, 23% and change, or whatever that number is.
And while council is doing what it can to get business on the island, Smith says the biggest obstacle is what she calls the insurance debacle.
Well, I look at the storm being, the first and biggest hit that we have. But now people who have not settled on for their insurance, both businesses and residents, that's a crisis. It is a true crisis, and I don't know where the answer is. I know so many have lost their insurance. They have not been renewed.
Smith is one of the many still waiting for her insurance to pay her claim. In the meantime, the cost of insurance is driving families and business owners away from the island.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a resident just like anyone else, and have done my due diligence to provide everything, to do everything right. And here we are, almost 700 days later, that I'm paying double to try to get a resolution to what I thought should have been covered from the beginning. And I still see grown adults cry over what they are still going through.
Fortunately, Sanibel provided the proper documentation to the federal government and is one of the few communities in Lee County assured of keeping its flood insurance discount from FEMA.